with blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse freshly dead, together with our hellish hate, will burn you all, that is your fate. What's going on, everyone? Park Life Nerds here, back for our third installment in the Lanterns mythos, and today we're looking at one of my favourite corps, the Red Lanterns. So, who are the Red Lanterns? Well, usually seen as the supervillain of the Lantern Corps, or at least anti-heroes when it came to Guy Gardner. The Red Lanterns gain their power from the rage on the emotional spectrum. You first hear about the Red Lanterns during the Sinestro Corps War, but you get the full backstory going through the series as you go. So to get the start of this, we need to jump back in time to the time of the Manhunters. So as I mentioned in the Green Lanterns video, the Manhunters were the Guardians' first attempt at creating an intergalactic police force. However, a renegade Guardian named Krona altered the program of these robots' central programming, believing that this was the only way to maintain order in the universe. The Manhunters went crazy and decided to rid the universe of all life, because life was the problem, basically. Unfortunately, the Manhunters decided to go all-out war. In the way of this was Sector 666. This was the sector of the universe where Atrocitus lived. Now, Atrocitus, unfortunately, was one of only 5 survivors of the 666 universe. They became known as the 5 Inversions. They formed a group determined basically to destroy the Guardians of the Universe, what they've done to their part of the universe. However, at this time they weren't as powerful as the Guardians, and they weren't successful. They were locked away on a planet called Yassamalt. Basically, while they're locked away, they have a lot of time to think, and Atrocitus is consumed by all the rage, and he ends up forming the first power ring of the Red Lanterns. Now, over time, Atrocitus had actually escaped the prison and had tried to defeat the Guardians. However, each time himself, he was obviously defeated. One of these times, he attacked Abin Sur who was in a spaceship at the time. Now, as we know from that side of things, Abin Sur ended up crashing on Earth, which led to Hal Jordan to become a Green Lantern, so ties into the mythos there. And on another occasion, he was defeated by Sinestro, who was a Green Lantern at the time before the Sinestro Corps War started. While he got locked away again is where he formed the Red Lantern power battery. Using this battery, he destroyed the other 4 inversions and vowed to take revenge on the Guardians, especially Sinestro as well, because obviously he was in there because of him. Now, it is said that the rage of a Red Lantern consumes the host, and it basically drowns out any knowledge of the ring user. So people like Atrocitus, who are in control of this, are a very rare exception to this. He's able to control his fear or rage. So when a wielder accepts a red power ring, they actually render their heart useless, and it's almost as if it's replaced by the ring itself. They start vomiting a corrosive material and sent into animalistic states, where one of the only ways to control this is to dunk them in some of the blood water on the homeworld of the Red Lanterns. And they kind of bring back their own sanity. So when it comes to the Red Lanterns, they're mentioned in the Book of the Blackest Night that the rage will be the second emotion to fall to the Black Lantern Corps. So when it comes to Blackest Night, they're quite worried about their standing of this, and they don't want to see anything happen to them, so they're obviously one on the front foot to try and defeat Blackhand. On that note, Love is supposed to be the first one to fall, so Love, then Rage, basically. When the Black Lanterns attack the home planet of the Reds, the 4 incursions are brought back to life, so the Black Lanterns basically zombify or bring back anyone who's been killed off, make them Black Lanterns. So the 4 inversions that Atrocitus killed came back. They ripped out his heart, thinking that he was dead. However, because his heart had been replaced by a ring, he came back, defeated them this time, and then decided to take the battle to the Black Lanterns himself. He defeated a few of them, however, they were still too much for him. He ends up encountering Laughley's. He wants Laughley's ring for himself to make himself stronger, but that would be a great fight, Laughley's and Atrocitus. The Red Lanterns originally don't want to team up with everyone else, but then they realise the prophecy, so Atrocitus teams up with Hal Jordan and a few other leaders of their corps to take on Black Hand and hopefully, fingers crossed, defeat Necrom. So one of my favourite stories of the Red Lanterns is Guy Gardner Red Lantern. So basically the story goes that Hal sends Guy to infiltrate the Red Lanterns just so he could find out what's going on with them. Guy begrudgingly accepts, heads there, chats with Atrocitus, says he wants to join. Atrocitus doesn't believe it. They have a fight. Guy overpowers Atrocitus, which at the time is pretty badass. He takes Atrocitus' ring and becomes the new leader of the Red Lanterns just like that. Guy actually states that he found that he didn't know what his place was in the Green Lanterns anyway. He just felt more at home with the Red Lantern Corps. This starts a great story arc where, lo and behold, Atrocitus, of course, is not dead. He comes back, and it starts a Red Lantern civil war with the Red Lanterns basically split between two sides and new ones being recruited. They have a big battle. They see that Guy Gardner's team are doing what they can, and as a result, Hal says, hey, Guy, look, stay a Red Lantern. You can control this section of space, and that actually had Earth, so Earth became a Red Lantern sector. Currently, Guy is no longer a Red Lantern, but Atrocitus is back in charge. He's making sure, basically, the Red Lanterns are doing their own thing. I believe Sinestro has got himself a Red Lantern ring as well, so there's a story arc going on at the moment. But yeah, love the Red Lantern Corps. Just a cool villainous group, but they've got some cool characters in there as well, so if you can ever get a hand on some of the Red Lantern books, get out there and do it. Thanks for listening.